Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Den, where Papa is set to take on Sturgis in the men's basketball game for tonight. So I'm going to put a post on here. Hey, Courtney, do you know Mr. Geffrey? Do you know Mr. Geffrey, the shop teacher? Do you know him at all? No? I need somebody to get his attention.
And now let's meet your Red Wolves. 0, Eli Sonnenberg.
Okay, so here we go. Eli Sonnenberg's out there.
Number 1, Truman Brennan. Number 3, Baron Marinich. Number 25, Nate Lemire. And number 55, Darren Stride. Red Wolves are coached by Aaron Beery, assisted by Rick Gilbert.
All right, so I got the notification out there now. We are up and we are moving. Sturgis is going to win the opening tip. Truman Brennan's on ball. Nate Lemire now. Going to get a push-off foul there on 44. Gavin Lewis is 44 for Sturgis. Got to move. We'll get it. Wolves moving the ball around the perimeter. Truman over to Marinich, back to Truman. Into Eli. Eli to the basket. Eli with the left, no good. Stride punches it out. Red Wolves unable to control. Sturgis is going to bring it. Carson Eicher is number 2 for Sturgis. That's a pass inside. Stride comes away with it. Sonnenberg walked a little bit, no call. Truman gonna push. Ball to the corner to Marin and back to Brennan. Truman's gonna cycle to the top of the key. Over here to Nate Lemire. Over to Barron, down to Dennis. Or sorry, Darren. Sorry, Dennis is here tonight and I saw him, so it's in my brain. Darren. Back over, good look to Lemire. Nate for 3. In and out. Rebound, Sturgis. 6:32 to go here in the first. No score. Ball is in the corner to the basket. That's going to be the first score of the game. Goes to Sturgis. Truman Brennan going to key the play for the Red Wolves. Lemire looks inside. That's good defense by Sturgis, but Nate gets it back. This is over to Barron. That's going to go into Stride. Good catch by Darren. Hard off the iron. Eli in there for a rebound. Eli Sonnenberg answers for the Red Wolves. Ball is down into the corner for Sturgis. A 3 is long. Off Baron Marinich. Eli is going to come away with it. Eli Sonnenberg running the other way. Eli is going to pull it out. Truman Brennan over to Baron Marinich. Baron back to Truman. Red Wolves working against Sturgis' zone. That's inside. Nice look from Eli Sonnenberg. Darren Stride was unable to corral that one. It's out of bounds. Going to be Red Wolves' ball. Eli in, Lemire swings it back. Marinich over to Truman Brennan. In middle, Eli, Marin, Truman. Barron to the baseline, back out. Truman Brennan's in the corner. Back up, Nate Lemire. Nate's going to take it to the basket. Nate all the way in. Nate scores. Nate Lemire with a nice move to the basket. Red Wolves are going to put on some pressure from the guards. Didn't get a lot of help in there, but sorry, I was pouring my drink. And by drink, I mean my Powerade. No call on the travel. Kicked it back out. This is a move on the floor. Nothing doing. Kick to the corner. There's a three on the way, and the three is good. That's Vincent Carey. Just watched his sister play in the girls' game. Vincent Carey for three. That's into Darren. That's going to be stripped from behind. Oh, and that's too much for Truman. Brennan with a nice defensive play, but he's going to get called for a foul. His eyes are probably watering a little bit on that one. Took it right off the nose.
Number 1, Truman Brennan, his first team first. Gavin Moore shooting 2.
Gavin Moore is shooting for Sturgis. Shot's good. 5-4. Caden Bowen checks in for Pawpaw. We'll see if we can't spend half of the night calling Caden the wrong name tonight. Moore hits the second. Truman Brennan. Truman's got the ball left wing. Up to Eli. Caden. Down to Marinich. Back to Bowen. Truman. Bowen's got a look. Didn't take it. Brennan up top. That's over to Bowen. Down to Marinich. Pawpaw cycling the ball against the zone. The key to a zone is inside out. So right there, they've got to hit him earlier because that frees up the open shots, and Truman Brennan's got one. Nice rebound by Eli. He's going to get a body. So Eli's going to go to the free throw line. But again, back to that, the key to the zone is getting an inside out movement. And basically, you got to slip somebody into the soft spots in the zone, and as soon as they catch it, you pivot it back out to one of the wings. And eventually what that's going to do is soften the zone where those internal cracks are going to open up for lanes to the basket. It's a patient offense, but it's an effective offense. Eli misses the second. Pawpaw trails by 2, 3:08 to go in the first. Sturgis brings the ball up. Sturgis on the wing. Going to work the baseline. Into the slash and cut. That inside against Eli. Eli, nice defense. Good defense by all of the Red Wolves on this trip. Marinich on ball. Nate Lemaire guarding there. Bowen takes a swipe at it. Sturgis player just fell down. That's 11. He just fell to the floor. Grady Miller. And the Red Wolves. There's a couple whistles going on. Looks like Sturgis is going to take just a late substitution. Eli's going to inbound down here. Truman Brennan capping the offense. Truman with the spin move. Back to Bowen. Caden's going to look. She's got Truman. Baron Marinich. And right there is there's how you beat the zone, right there. Good patience, nice execution. Baron Marinich with some nice hustle to get back and deflect that one out of bounds. Going to ask if you're watching this on Facebook or if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and throw up a comment. Love to see if this is able to take the comments. And I had one comment in the first game, but new to the multicast, again, if you're watching this on Facebook and would prefer it on YouTube, you can do that. It's on both platforms right now. I know a lot of people have the YouTube set up for their main TV and their Facebook's on their phone, so if you want to switch it over, the stream is being simulcast to both locations tonight. We're getting pretty tech savvy up here in the broadcast booth. Only thing we can't seem to do is follow the play every time down the court. Okay, Sturgis to inbound. Ball goes in, high wing. Cross court, looking to the corner, gonna rotate up. There's an open look, and in and out. Marinich with the rebound. Barron's gonna push, he's got Bowen, nice pass over to Brennan. Brennan to the basket. Truman Brennan finishes it. That's gonna tie us up at 7, 1:23 to go in the quarter. Oh, nice pass underneath. Good block by Soderberg, and I don't understand that one. Eli looked like he had good position, got up high. Looked like he got it. He must have got him on the hand. First free throw is good for Miller. Big Darren back in the game for the Red Wolves.
Lucas Burley for Sturgis, Darren Stry for Papa.
Off the rim, Stry with the rebound. That's out to Truman Brennan. Wolves are off and running. Baron Marinich in the corner. Barron's going to cycle it back to Truman. Truman's going to look inside. He's got Stry. Stry's got position in there. Truman Brennan almost with the steal down there. One of my compatriots from the old days on the Ocho is watching tonight. Haven't got any live volleyball to go. Maybe we could get some competitive cheer going, except that I think that's banned. Coach Miller doesn't like us to put our secrets out on the internet. And for good reason. Sturgis cycles around, high top. Coach is calling for one shot, so relax. Try to get the whole shot in, not getting it. Ball's in, Eli Soderberg with the steal. Eli to the basket, no good. Brennan scores! Truman Brennan follows up, Soderberg had Bowen open, didn't give him the ball. That's an early late shot. So Eli's gonna get the rebound, and we're gonna go into the first break. Papa 9, Sturgis 8. So just a real quick rundown recap of what we've seen so far. Sturgis has settled into a zone. Papa has been very patient in running the perimeter passing game, high-low post. Exactly how you beat a zone, that's how you draw it up. But the big thing about a zone is a zone waits for you to make the mistakes, and they have not done that. So on the other end of the court, Papa's played pretty good defense. Sturgis has hit a couple of threes, and that's been the difference in the game. It's kept him in the game, I should say. Papa with the 9-8 lead. Coach Beery is over here talking to his lads. And yes, we are talking about our lads like we were in England. But he's taking a chat with the kids. I think we're going to be in for a tight game all night tonight. These teams seem to be pretty evenly matched. And we'll see what that brings us. The girls' game, Papa struggled early and was able to come in and put it away late. Hopefully we can see the same thing out of the boys, although I can't say that it really looks like they're struggling too much right now. Stry's got a couple of looks down low. If he can start converting down in there, then we're in for a better 3 quarters to go. Truman Brennan's going to key the play. Lemaire down, and Truman got a reversal and then just didn't get there. The other thing you have to be able to do against the zone is you have to rapidly move the ball, you have to skip, and you have to reverse the ball. That's where the open shots are. Brennan's going to take one. No, Eli with another rebound. He's going to hit Brennan. This is the kind of movement you need, but you got to know where you're going. Sturgis on the run. That's what the zone tries to get you to do. They try to get you to make the mistakes. Three-pointer for Sturgis away, and good. That's the second three-pointer for Gavin Moore. Nate Lemaire back over to Truman Brennan, now to Barron. Right. Brennan with the reverse. Skip pass, Lemaire for 3. No good, off the long iron. Away with it for Sturgis is number 5, Lucas Burr. Lucas Burr is going to take a long 3. That's going to be an air ball. Nate Lemaire is going to run it down in the corner. We're going to get something.
Timeout.
Yeah, timeout for Coach Berry. That's what I thought he called, but then the referee started pointing. He was just telling his compadre where he was going to inbound the ball over there at the end of this timeout. So good, the comments are working. I'm loving that. Love to see the people who are out there watching. We have 22 viewers across platforms tonight. Of course, here on the main broadcast, which you can pick whichever one you feel more comfortable with being the main broadcast, we have 13 viewers, and the other broadcast we have 10. Major, major upgrade.
Tonight's cheerleader t-shirt sponsor is Perfect Storm. Thank you for your support.
So Eli Sonnenberg is going to inbound the ball. 6:46 to go here in the second period. Sturgis leads 11-9. Truman Brennan's going to bring us down. Ball's over to Bowen, back to Brennan in the corner. He's going to skip it over to Lemaire. That's good touch pass. Bowen had a quick look, didn't take it. Eli up top. Bowen, there's a good pass. Brennan's going to come in. He finds Stry, and Stry's going to go to the free throw line. So Darren's going to get 2.
Sturgis foul on number 12, Gibson Carey.
Now we have comments coming in from both platforms. Loving that. I'm trying to convince someone to come on the air with me and be a second chair here so I can take a drink of water and not ruin the broadcast. Stry's second shot is good. That ties the game at 11. Eli Sonnenberg applying some pressure. Cross-court pass down to the corner, breaks the press. Sturgis resets their offense. High post, high wing. Sturgis cycles to the basket. That's Burr, and that's the score. Oh, that's Gavin Moore. Sorry. Gavin seems to be their player. He's got 9 of their 13 points. Bowen. Nate Lemaire up top. This is over to Bowen. He's got to look at the basket there. You know, the thing about the zone is you're going to take some shots and you're going to miss some shots from the outside, but you have to be prepared to take them to stretch the defense. Sonnenberg's got Truman. That's the shot right there. Bowen drives in, a couple high bounces, no good. Ball into the corner. Shot is up. Shot is good. Gibson Carey with 3 points. Truman Brennan brings it up for the Red Wolves. Truman's going to swing that over to Bowen. Bowen puts it on the floor. Inside to Eli. They tried to trap it. Nice pass from Eli to Nate Lemaire. Lemaire up, and Lemaire is going to go to the free throw line. Nice pass by Sonnenberg, finding Lemaire cutting the baseline. Excellent cut by Nate Lemaire, cutting that baseline. So Nate's going to shoot 2. Going to get some fresh Red Wolves into the game. Looks like Meredith is down there. Aiden Weber's down there. Kalen Tate's down there. So, got some new people. Nice to see Kalen Tate back in the game. He's got a little bit of a wrist injury, but he's got it taped up, and he's going to try to go. Nate Lemaire. That's off the glass. Don't have to call it. That's a fallacy. So, Sturgis is going to push. Nice ball movement from the Trojans. Shot is no good. Darren working hard. He's got the rebound. Tate's going to push. Baron Marinich back to Kalen Tate. Barron's going to take a look at it. That's high off the glass. 11's got the ball for Sturgis. Tate with a nice steal. Kalen Tate comes away with it. He's going to push that ball up. Aiden Weber to the basket. He's going to power it in. Nice play. Nice drive by Aiden Weber. Sturgis tries to push it back quick. Ball is down. Trying to wrap it through underneath. Didn't get the first man, but the second was there to save him. That ball's going to go up top into the corner. Baseline, no good. Back up top. Sturgis is going to take a timeout, so we'll reset here. Bring it around. Give you the game reset. So 3:41 to go. 16-14 Sturgis leads. Right now, number 10 for Sturgis, this is Gavin Moore. He's been the hot hand, and he's basically kept them in this ball game. Pawpaw's got a pretty even scoring. Sonnenberg's got a couple. You're seeing on the board, Stry's got a couple. Nate Lemaire's got a couple. So pretty good team play by the Red Wolves tonight. Paul. So I've got a potential guest announcer coming up. I'm going to get our JV girls coach hooked in here. How you doing, Paul? Get that other way. Flip it around. That way. Now I'm getting music now. Don't know why I'm getting music. I plugged that headset in and you get music where you're at? Oh, there it stopped. So I got Paul. Can you say hi, Paul?
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. You're fitting right into this broadcast, I'm telling you. So what I tend to do with this one is I'll just move this one off your ear a little bit, and then you can hear me. And then we should be good. So somebody out there tell me if they can hear Paul.
Testing,
We're going
testing,
back
1,
at
2,
it here, and
got music.
yeah, I got music in my ear too. Can people hear music out there? That's the craziest thing. No, hearing music. So we're going to see if we can get this to work. I don't know yet. We haven't tried a second announcer with this setup yet. So we're nice steal by Kalen Tate. Kalen's going to go to the basket. And that's blocked, I guess. We'll call that a block. Nate Lemaire back to Tate. Had Marinich wide open, didn't give him the ball. Lemaire in the corner. Tate's going to rebound that, put it up and score.
Good position on
Yes,
the
they
weak side.
can hear. They can hear you. So we're good. Well, we're here. Can't say that we're good. So that remains to be seen. So inside, we're going to get a foul on the floor on Darren Stry. So before we get too heavy into this boys game, the girls had a good night tonight.
Yeah, Yeah, we got up big and then fell behind and toughed it out.
Yeah, and it was a nice comeback too. It was nice to see them, scrap through and keep playing. It was really, there was a time there where it looked like they could get down, but they didn't. They kept playing and come out with a big win.
It was a big win. It was a salient moment for the athletes.
Tate ahead to Lemaire. Nate Lemaire scores.
They got out ahead of the press on that one.
Yeah, and this is this is what we need to do. We need to take those opportunities when we can in transition because their zone tends to keep us slow and keep us moving. That's in there, number 11, Grady Miller with the shot for Sturgis.
Yeah, we're getting opportunities on the baseline.
Yeah, and I was talking about it when I was talking to my imaginary friend. But working that high-low, right there it is, and it's just on cue. That play is open all night long on this zone if they can hit it.
It's open to Stry, and the weak side.
The back
wing
cut.
cutting
Yep.
back cut is there too.
It's been there twice for Lemaire on those.
Yep.
The big thing is, and the one thing they're a little tentative on the pulling the trigger on the three-pointer that will loosen that up even more if we can knock one or two three-pointers down.
If we hit 2 threes here, this is really going to open up.
So right inside, Stry playing some nice defense. They're going to get a travel out of it.
Defense. Really good defense.
So Eli and Truman back into the game for the Red Wolves. Baron Marinich and Aiden Weber are going to sit.
We're doing a good job moving the ball around the perimeter. We just got to hit a.
Oh no, they've been very patient tonight, which is nice to see because that hasn't been the case all year.
Okay.
There's been a little fidgety. This is going to go to Tate. Tate's going to line one up. But you know what? That's okay. That's the shot he needs to take. Nice save.
That's a hustle
Truman
play.
with the fake, back over to Tate. He's going to move it, and this is that patient movement that we're talking about. Lemaire, back to Eli, over to Truman Brennan. He's got Tate.
We're going to get a baseline shot.
Oh, you know what? Oh, so that's where people get really mad. Because I had the camera down here the whole time, and you and I are having a good time. We're calling a game. We're talking.
I could see clearly.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Everybody gets mad when it's on the other end of the court. And then I refer back to the fact that we're sitting in a gym in Paw Paw, Michigan on a Friday night, and they can watch the actual game 78% of the time. So I'm pretty good with that.
It's better than cable.
It turns out it's better than Peacock, or better than NBC. They had to go to Peacock when they got in trouble. So here we go, kind of a reset. Pawpaw has come back and taken the lead while we've been screwing around. And, the band sounds good at halftime. We'll be able to talk a little bit better after that. But
how about the band?
The band sounds fantastic. They sound fantastic. And we try to get some. I can't get it to, there it goes. Now we got to zoom in on the band. This is for Darren Crafts, because he asked me for this.
Those students.
And I don't know where his kid is.
At least as
I'm
hard
moving it.
as
Now back to the basketball game. Okay, so we're back on the basketball game.
28.3 seconds.
28.3 to go here in the first.
Pawpaw's got the ball.
Truman's going to bring the play in. Into the corner to Eli, back to Truman. At this point, patience. Nice pass by Eli, stride to the basket, no good. Lemaire with the rebound, nothing. Lemaire hustles. Lemaire's going to get called with a cheap one, I think.
There's been a lid on the basket for every team today.
Well,
the first
the
half.
girls had the same problem on this end of the court. They moved to the other end of the court, and we blew them out.
Yep.
Hopefully that bodes well for the second half for Pawpaw.
Well, we're getting good shots. If we keep the energy up, they'll start to fall.
We're going to have to adjust the air conditioning in here and make sure that wind's not blowing towards that basket. That shot a little bit early for the Hail Mary, but nice block by Kaylin Tate. And we are back to a break, 20-18 here. Ooh, 50-50 tickets. If one of you at home has a 50-50 ticket, it's too bad because you can't win from there. Looks like we've got some youth
What's that?
Looks like we've got some youth coming out.
Oh,
so
yes.
we're
Speaking
going.
of youth, how about your youth?
Yeah, you know,
The
we're gonna
girls you
put
teach.
this on, let you enjoy the band, and let the youth run back and forth on the screen. I'm not gonna be able to move this.
This might be tough to do play-by-play.
One of them's a mute. That's I don't know what the sense is. We'll have to ask later. We'll let that just sit there for a minute. We'll bring you back in the second half. Yeah. It's hard to figure out.
Silent auction bidding will close at 9 o'clock. Silent auction bidding closes at 9 o'clock.
Auxiliary mic check. Auxiliary mic check. Papa t-shirt. That's in the budget.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You still at Prudential?
No, I'm out on my own.
Oh, you are?
Yep, I've been out on my own for about year and a half, just over a year now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw Steve Steimanoff just left too.
Yeah. No comment, but it's, I'm way happier and I'm way busier and I've written a book and so I've got that out there too.
Nice.
So yeah.
I left the business right before COVID.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing outside sales for a Parker distributor.
Okay, nice.
But yeah. Everything good with you?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Good to see
Yeah, you too.
Did you discover which is the mute?
Yeah, you're on. So I said that it's on right now.
If I can add something, I will.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We're getting we're going to welcome back here, and Paul, that first half, it just felt like there was a lid on the basket for Pawpaw. It didn't feel like we could get anything to go in. And now we're going to come out and warm up at the other end, and hopefully the same result that happened in both girls' games happens here, and we catch a little bit of fire when we go into the south-facing end of the building.
Well, there's definitely precedence for it today. It happened, as you said, it happened in both games previous to this. And Paw Paw got good shots. The patience was paying off. They were getting good point-blank shots. There just was enough interference underneath that they were rolling off the rim.
Yeah, and I think it needs to be said again, the patience that the Red Wolves were using on the offensive end has been something that we haven't seen a lot of this year. You know, and you got to remember, this is a really young team. You know, it's got a couple seniors out there, but for the most part, you know, you're talking about some of our key players here being freshmen and sophomores. And they are really starting to mature, starting to gel together a little bit. And I think you're seeing that in the play. You know, they're just Eli Sonnenberg and Truman Brennan are out there, and they're not panicking at all. They're taking their time. They're moving the ball around the court. Not real instances of forced shots. Eli took a couple there in the first half, but I think he figured out. I think he was testing the waters to see what kind of thing he was going to get. I also think he was trying to see if he was going to get the fouls.
Yeah, and Sturgis's zone defense has been good, but our patience has paid off with some good backdoor cuts and some point-blank shots that will go at this end.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing that you got to remember here is, you know, we've got a couple players out that Roth is still on the bench. We haven't seen him in a couple games. It was nice to see Kalen Tate get back out there. We haven't seen him for a while, you know. So this is a good night for Paw Paw to kind of come together and maybe gel a little bit here and take this second half and put a little spread on Sturgis and get some confidence going into the second half of the season.
I think this midway point in this game and for the season itself, these first few minutes are going to be
and for the boys, you know, they started a week earlier this year. They're the earlies team this year, right? So, so this truly is exactly halfway through the season for them. You know, this is the first game of the second half of their season. So, and since they play an odd number of games, this half is halfway point of their season. One other thing that's been a constant tonight, Paul, is the officials have let them play in all three games.
There's been a lot of defensive activity.
Yeah, the whistles have not been featured in tonight's broadcast all that often.
Right. And that could play into our man-to-man defense.
The athletes
have been moving quickly.
Yeah, if they're going to allow for that, that favors the man-to-man. It does not favor the zone. Sturgis is going to get the ball to start the second half. Ball is in, and here we go. Paw Paw up 2. Baron Marinich, nice defense. That's going to force a turnover. Kind of got lucky there. Eli Sonnenberg was able to duck that pass and let it go out of bounds. Ball is in, and we are off.
Sturgis is staying in a diamond here.
Marinich up to Brennan. I'm going to apologize in advance. I got to tighten the tripod a little bit. Don't know what happened there, but ball is into Stry. Darren's going to turn it over.
Stuck in the corner.
Sturgis out on the break. There's a long jump shot that goes in. That almost looked like it drew glass from an impossible angle.
That was a difficult shot. That was a heck of a shot. Defensively, Paw Paw played it quite well. He just hit a difficult shot.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do when you can hit the backboard from a 0.1 angle. Brennan going to split through, and that is not the answer.
Well, there's an example of them letting them play because there was some body contact.
Yeah, but that's not how you beat a zone. You know, you can't attack a zone with the dribble. And you can see in that play how easily they collapsed on that. And if you're not going to get that call, it's a futile effort to try to attack it that way. Once in a while to draw him in to open a shooter, but
yeah, if we hit a three here, if he kicks that back out, there's an open
into
three.
Stry. Stry's going to back it down. No good. That's going to be a nice play by Lemaire to Stry. That's the one that's got to go in. We got to get one of those to fall. It's a good shot by Marinich. It just didn't go in. Ball is out. Sturgis on the move. Oh, sorry. Get you a little bit further over here so you can see what's going on. Well, this is the one you don't want to let shoot. That's Moore, and Moore has been lighting it up tonight. That's going to be his 12th point out of their 20.
Looks like number 11 for Sturgis, Grady Miller, starting to get more active on that baseline too.
Well, and
He's
you know,
gonna be tough to contain.
and that's his second foul right there. You know, at this point, I think we need to attack his area of the zone, see if we can draw another foul. Right now, he seems to be the only answer they have. They've made shots, but they haven't looked great.
Yeah, we can get more aggressive on them.
Tate's going to drive, try to reach through. Lucky they didn't call the travel there, but you know what? I think Sturgis' coach has got an argument there that was a travel before the foul, but you know what? We're in Pawpaw. We're going to shoot some free throws.
I do not think that was a travel.
No, you didn't think he was able to get through there and get the shot up?
He kept his pivot down and scooped the ball. Excellent non-call by the referee.
You know, it's a judgment because with the new travel rules and the extra pivot foot or the gather that they not supposed to give at this level, yet they all do.
Yes, it looks like continuation. Okay, we're stretching out our man here, picking him up high above the arc. Okay, they got it inside.
To the basket, and that's going to be an easy bucket for Sturgis.
They're going to have to front him and get aggressive for letting them play.
Right there's the extra pass that they're not making, though. That ball needs to go to the corner there.
They're going to keep this. It got poked away by Sturgis.
Sonnenberg to inbounds. He's going to find Tate up top. Swings it over to Barron. Back to Tate. That's the extra pass we need right there. Just didn't knock it down, but that's the pass.
That was a good shot.
Pass ahead, and that's a good play by Nate Lemaire. Oh, sorry, bumped it a little bit there. So Sturgis up top. That's a good shot. That's a good result. So Brennan's going to bring it back in for the Wolves.
We need to get a point-blank shot here.
Yeah.
We need to score here.
And at this point, you know, we're in danger territory because
We
we've
are.
gone to the small lineup. So establishing that base position is not going to be easy.
We need a shot to fall here, get some confidence.
Well, and now they've
Get on
got
the
their
line.
offense set up where you got Sonnenberg back at the top of the key. That's been our most effective down play right there. They're shadowing them with two people. That's a shot that's got to go in.
All right.
So
Chase it down.
Tate to the corner. That's going to go out of bounds, but that's going to stay with the Red Wolves. You know, and those are good shots. Those are the ones that we got to get to. We
Correct.
got to get to drop.
Especially with this lineup, we got a quicker lineup in.
Well, and you know,
We gotta
playing
zip the
against this zone is not a time to have Aiden Roth out of your lineup either. Tate with a nice move inside. So that stops the bleeding a little bit for the Wolves. Now we need some solid defense.
There is a gap. They've exploited that gap 3 times. They finally got a shot out of it. That diamond is weak from the post inward. Excuse me, from the wing inward.
Another shot from the corner. I don't think you want to let him shoot from there.
No, that's Grady Miller. He's feeling it right now. They're just daring us to shoot a three now. There we go.
Truman Brennan.
We answered the dare. We needed
you know, you have to knock a couple of those down just to keep them honest. So that's there's the start. Eli.
There we go.
Barron with a nice play. There's a foul not called.
Come on,
Eli's going to throw one over here to Tate. Kalen into Truman. Truman Brennan. Another bump with the body not called.
They are letting them play. Here's the good news. We're down by 4 points.
Yep.
And we've hardly scored this half.
Yeah, and this
we
is
start hitting these jumpers, we're in great shape.
And they're doing the right thing. They're going into there. They're getting what should be and one calls. They're just not. You got to understand what your referees are giving you in the game, and they're going to let this play.
They've been consistent in allowing the play.
Absolutely,
Yes,
And I don't think that this is poor officiating. I think this is a brand of basketball that some officials are going to allow to happen, and you got to adjust to it. That was not handled by Eli. Caden Bowen's got the ball. Over to Tate. They're going to call 5 seconds on that. Oh no, they're going to get him with the foul there.
Yep.
That's good because I was thinking that was a little bit of a quick 5-second call, but we'll take the. And just as we talk about letting them play, that was ticky tack.
But it was a long ways from the rim as well.
Correct.
Underneath, they're not calling much.
Well, and sometimes when that guy's out there dribbling the ball like that, the referee will bail him out.
That is a fair statement.
And I
we
think
were in some trouble there.
Yeah, and I think that was one of those times. Sonnenberg back to Bowen. Got Tate up top. He's wide open, and they just didn't look at him. Nice play down there, no good. There is a lot of hand grabbing going on in there. They're going to get us on that one. They're going to get Tate. Oh, nope, sorry, Sonnenberg got called on that one.
We have not had a whole lot of movement in the lane these last 2-3 trips down.
It's hard to hear. Let me check. It says hard to hear you. Let's check that mute button and see if this is. No, that's not that one. Let's try that one and see if it gets better or not. Somebody comment whether or not you can hear Paul right now, because I just tried a mute button on him to see if that. Sometimes that headset, when it's muted, you can still hear on. So maybe you were muted. We'll get a comment here in a minute. Somebody will say something. You talk for a minute and see what they.
Okay, we brought it into the elbow, back out for a three. That was a good shot. It was a good shot.
Need somebody to comment now. We're blind up here. You know what I can do?
Still in a man. Got a double up top. Swung it around to the weak side.
Sturgis working the ball around.
A little bit of a weave going up top. There we go. There we go. There's a steal.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. That was a nice steal. Pass up court was a little strong.
Yep, I can hear you now. You're a little bit quieter than me, but that's just natural. Okay, so now we'll go back to actually using the camera again. Now that we got some of the technical stuff worked out.
We're down by 6, a minute 10 in the third period.
1:10 to go, down 6. Sturgis ball underneath the basket.
We are man pressing, full court.
Sturgis is going to break out.
Let's get that.
And that's a travel. Oh, they're going to call the timeout.
Sturgis called the timeout in the nick of time on that play.
So Sturgis got kind of a lucky call there on that timeout. That was a, that's the one rule I'd like to see changed. I'd like to see that timeout rule both be possession and turnover. If you're in the middle of a potential turnover, I don't think you should be able to allow that timeout. And he clearly was going to the deck on that one.
It's become a pretty common technique.
It is.
Yeah.
So ever since they let the coaches start calling timeouts 15 years ago,
Yep.
You see that more and more where a coach will, and lots of times the coach will call a timeout when they don't even have possession of the ball and the officials will give it to them.
Is that legal?
It is not. It is not, but it happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, quite often it's in a questionable possession situation.
And I think it falls in the same category of how many grapes can you eat to see if they're sweet at the grocery store before you're shoplifted. There's lots of
I don't think I would have come up with that comparison.
lots of morality on that
years.
scale.
Pistachios, that's where I do that.
Cashews, is it?
Yeah. Okay, stay on 11.
Eli Sonnenberg on ball,
Keep
and
him
that's
up
going
top.
to
There we
be
go.
into the corner. Sturgis working it around the outside.
Sturgis is doing a bit of a weave here. They're going to have trouble with this if we stay up.
Good defense by the Wolves. Got to keep this possession up.
Move the feet. Stry's following 44 out.
Kalen
Good.
Tate
He's
on
back
ball.
down.
Stry, that's bad footwork in there, but
All right.
Eli
Oh,
almost
that's a shame.
bailed him out. Good rebound there by
Good
Aiden
position.
Weber.
Weber had great position there.
Kalen Tate, and there's
There
a
we go.
foul,
Finally got a-
obvious foul. It almost looked like an intentional foul.
That was close.
Sturgis foul, number 44, Gavin Lewis.
Gavin Lewis on the foul.
It's going to be their fourth team foul.
So 21.1 seconds. If we happen to get fouled, we're going to the line for two.
We
Be nice
should
to
attack that gap.
cut this down to a 4-point deficit going
Yes.
into the fourth quarter. Or
This is an
three,
important
maybe, if we can hit a
possession,
long one.
14 seconds.
Brennan, Eli. Nice play by Tate. Brennan's
gotta get a
got the
shot
ball.
up
He's
here.
going to go to the basket. No good. Stry with
All
the
right, there we
rebound.
go. There we go.
Darren's going to go to the free throw line.
They did
Maybe
a nice
give.
job. You take that ball to the hoop with 6-7 seconds left, so you can get a second shot out of it. And that's exactly what we did.
Well, and they did a nice job of sealing the corner on that side
Yes,
to give him a
they
little
did.
room to get to the rim, because when you get that seal, that player's late getting out there, and that gives you momentum. So Darren's going to hit the second one. I feel it. So 2.3 seconds. Don't think it's over. Play a little bit of defense here too.
Oh, if we happen to get position, if Darren happens to miss this.
No,
we
Darren's
get
going to make this one. We already decided
it'll
that.
be a non-issue.
We already announced it. It's on the internet, so it's got to be
It's
true.
out there. It's out there. Can't be taken back now. There it is. Well done.
It's got to be. I mean, once it's on Facebook, everything you read on Facebook's true. And there's what we're talking about. Got to play defense.
Well, he's feeling it. That was good
You know
defense.
what? The worst part about that whole thing is our home audience didn't get to see it because I didn't move the camera again.
Well, all you missed was a
So
32-foot jumper.
I'm going to guess that they heard from the crowd's reaction that there
Yeah.
was a three-pointer at the buzzer there.
Yeah, we tried to intercept the pass, which allowed 11, who's been very active this last quarter, to get around the defender and put up an unobstructed jumper.
Yeah, and this is
He nailed
exactly
it.
what I was talking about. You look at the clock, you're at the line with 2.3 seconds. You know there's time. They know there's time. You've
Yeah.
got to get back and cover
That
that.
was unfortunate. I mean, it was an extremely difficult shot, but he should
Oh, no, it
but
was
he
a
should
tough
not
shot.
have had a clear look
But
at it like
it's
that.
it's not the shot that was the problem. It was the catch. You know, you got to be in a position to not let him catch that ball. And that one was one we could have could have denied that if we'd had somebody down there in the right position. But give Sturgis credit. They ran that kid up from the corner, so it was designed. They knew that's what they were going to do. They practiced that. So now the Wolves got some work to do. Down 8 minutes to go. And, you know, I'm glad I said it like that because lots of times teams want to press, especially young teams, and make up 8 points in 2 minutes. You don't need to. You got 8 minutes to make up 8 points. Use them. You know, play defense, focus on the things you can control.
Plus, we have 3-point shooters. This can be made up with 2 trips down the floor.
You don't want to do that right off the bat and give a wide open free. Brendan's going to run it up. Over to Marinich. They got Eli in the corner. Sonnenberg can hit that shot. Didn't that time. That felt rushed.
Good defense. Good defense up top. Sturgis is way up at half court.
To the basket. That's inside, and that's too easy.
Yep, they went through the lane and just had a little dump off to the center.
Sonnenberg got Lemaire. That's Brennan from the corner. Truman, no good. Lemaire had the rebound, tried to go before he actually corralled it. Lost the ball back over. Sturgis is going to bring it.
We've gotten 2 decent shots.
That was a good look. There's nothing wrong with that look.
And we were in position on the rebound that particular play. We just lost the handle. We're going to have to get aggressive here. We've got time to make this up, but not a lot of time.
Oh, and that's frustrating because that was good defense all the way until the last 5 seconds of that possession.
Okay, Stry had a seal there. He's still got it. He's still got it. All right.
Skip pass. That's a nice dump in. Nice, got him up in the air. That's a nice play by Lemaire. He got him up, took it to him.
Nice fake. Gets his defender up in the air, goes up, gets a foul. We get to make up points with the clock holding still.
So Lemaire's going to shoot a couple. Sturgis' coach doesn't like the call. Thought it would happen before he went up, but I think that was absolutely a shooting foul.
He obviously was shooting in the act.
Lemaire misses the free throw. Starting to become a story where our accuracy from the line tonight too. We've missed 5 or 6 free throws, and you know, you make half of those and you're manageable again.
Such an important part of the game.
Lemaire hits that one.
Okay, we got to go for some steals here.
Full court pressure. Ball is up, ball is caught.
Check that ball.
Sturgis, no trouble breaking the press. And Baron Marinich is over the back on that one.
Number 3, Baron Marinich, his second team first quarter.
He had a good idea, but Moore had a good seal on the baseline there.
Sturgis to inbound.
Excuse me, Miller.
Get the ball in. Going to the end. There's another no call. We'll take that one. That was for the good guys. Brennan for 3, and he hits it. Boy, did we need that one.
That
was a big shot right there. This one was starting to slip away a little bit, Paul, and that one brought us back in. 38-30 is your score. 5:27 to go here in the fourth. Kalen Tate with the foul that doesn't hurt us.
No, we've got to go for the ball. That was a really nice job advancing right to the center of the court and then kick out for
ball long.
Poke check that
to the
ball.
basket. Nice defense by Papa to get back.
Here we go again.
Lemaire with the steal. Nate's going to run it. Baron Marinich. Kalen Tate. And that's just thrown away. And then a makeup foul.
Well, we had the same situation. We got a steal. got up court quickly.
Well, for
just probably want too many
years,
passes right there.
for years, I've told the girls that play for me, number one rule in sports, don't turn one mistake into two. And that was one right there. Turnover and a foul trying to make up for the turnover.
What do we have here? Step on the inbounds line, did he?
You're good.
Pawpaw's got the
Won't
ball.
hurt anything.
We got to take advantage of this. Pawpaw's taking it out under our basket. We've got a quicker lineup in there right now.
Yep,
Okay.
there's a right there. And Truman's got to start to be a little selfish here.
He's a good shooter.
Nice
All right,
move by
nice
Tate.
guy. There
That's
we
a
go.
great
There's
play.
a three-point
Kalen
play the
Tate
old-fashioned
forces
way.
the contact. That's a great play.
Sturgis foul number 44, Gavin Lewis. His fourth, team second. Count the basket by Kalen Tate. He will shoot one.
If we can continue to do that, we get the shots or we kick it out for a three.
Well, and, leading into that play, so we're going to take a timeout here, but leading into that play, we stretched him out. And that gives Kalen an opportunity to get in there and get his little body in those crevices, get to the rack. This is, when we're not spreading that out, that's not happening.
He did a really nice job of scooping that ball, too. He wasn't going to get it up with a straight jumper. He did a little Euro step scoop there.
Right, and he's
foul.
very, very good at that.
It's 5 points.
Okay, so here we sit, 38-33. We're about halfway through the fourth quarter. Not a little better than halfway. We got a little bit more than halfway to go.
If we continue the aggressive full-court defense, we've gotten about 3 steals in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Okay, so we're just under 5 minutes. It was 8 at the quarter. It's 5 at 5.
Yep.
We're on pace. This is where we got to be. We got to pick up an extra point somewhere along the line, but don't panic. This is the pace we need.
Good defense. All right.
Oh, that is not even called from the right area of the court.
Sonnenberg is playing strong
Got a cheap
defense
foul on Truman Brennan for the reach in.
on Moore, and that's going to be.
That's Truman's
key.
third. That's a costly foul.
There's the lob.
Nice play by Sturgis.
I spoke a second too soon.
We used to call that play bed bug, and it works every time.
Nice entry. There we go.
Oh. And
We
we're
got
going to get
hacked.
Kalen Tate with the swing. Yep, that's on Kalen.
That was a great entry pass. We did everything but finish the shot.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's exactly right. It's a lid on the rim.
Gibson Carey will shoot two.
So I guess we're going down. We are at 5 fouls, so now they're in the double bonus. And for those not familiar with the new rules in high school basketball, both genders, we have 5 fouls per quarter. Once you reach that moment, it's 2 shots from that point forward. So it resets every quarter. It's not a half thing anymore.
Dawson Miller on Sturgis.
And there's no 1-and-1s ever anymore. It's done. Shot as that one's off the rim. Good rebound there. Don't save it underneath your own basket.
We had position. That could have been an over the back.
So I'm not sure. You know who Sebastian Maniscalco is? Maniscalco? Comedian.
What about him?
You have to look at Sturgis' coach and make sure he's not in here doing double time. Good defense out here by the Wolves. Got to come up with one here, and that's not the guy you want taking a three-pointer, but he missed it.
Boy, he's got hops.
So Sturgis is going to call a timeout. Both coaches are starting to get a little testy with the calls here. Got
number 11 for Sturgis is making this comeback difficult.
Yes, absolutely.
He's got a great vertical.
Well, and
we're not getting the benefit of position because he's been over the back a couple times here lately. But
and he's the proverbial long. You know, he's long. He's got long arms. He's got long legs. He's got a long body. It's hard to defend those people. And he has an annoying habit of coming out of nowhere.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to turn it a little bit more. So back up to 8. We got to be around the 4-minute mark now. We'll know in a second exactly what the time is. Pawpaw has already committed their 5 fouls. Sturgis has only committed 2. 4:06 to go. Sturgis won that minute. Back up to 8. Ball.
There we go.
Good defense.
All right. Get up the court. Okay, we got an opportunity here to shave this lead.
Back over to Truman. Tate. And this is where you can't lose your patience now. Every possession matters more. Brennan is going to spin, going to find Sonnenberg. Eli over to
There's a good shot.
Weber. That's a good shot. It's no good.
Same team, boys. All right.
Tate hustles for the rebound.
Good second. We got the rebound. Let's load up again here.
Now you've got to score on these possessions. When you take this long, that's a good job, but you got to get something in the basket. Nice move by Tate. And the foul. Kalen Tate twice now able to get to the rack and get the foul call.
Sturgis foul number 2 comes tonight with his first team.
He traveled a long distance. Went from the left side of that
Well,
rim to the right side with a really nice scoop once again.
Absolutely, and this is what we're talking about. You got it. They take advantage of that long possession. That's a win.
Yeah. And again, we can shave this lead without the clock moving.
Off the back iron.
There, we got to get that ball. We got to see that ball. They lobbed a long ball down.
Eli Sonnenberg's playing defense. They're going to get, they're going to get Eli for the chest bump there. That's Eli's third. So now we've got Brennan and Sonnenberg with 3.
That was close to being offensive. He had his elbow out.
You know, it's one of those where people think that the defender has no rights on that play, but he really does. He has right to the space that he occupies, and if the offensive player is initiating the contact, you know, you got to look at it. Back to 8.
We want to take good shots here, but there is some urgency at this point.
Well, now we've crossed the 3-minute mark. Now you don't have a lot of time to screw around.
There we go. That's a good entry. Take that shot.
And that's forced up a little bit. Tate got hit in the face. Brennan pokes that one from behind, but there's nobody back. And now Sturgis needs to take some time.
There we go. There we go. We got a steal.
Tate
Up
again.
court, go to the hoop.
Shoot it.
We got lucky there. We've had 3 seconds.
Sonnenberg for
There
three.
we go.
That would have
Good
been a big
position. That's
shot.
over the back.
Yep, that would have been a big shot. And that could be a point that we don't want to talk about later in this game. He hits that one, we're back to 5.
Yeah. All right. We've got an opportunity here. It's Pawpaw's ball out of bounds in the corner. Let's see what we've drawn up here.
Ball is in.
Okay. There
Tate
it
back
is.
to Eli, back to Tate.
We got to pull the trigger.
No good, short. Not a good shot there. Oh, no.
Yeah, Sturgis had 2 people crash
The
on the boards for an
proverbial
easy
no
putback.
box out. Eli
good.
Sonnenberg with a nice play back. That cuts it back to 8. Pawpaw with the timeout. Well, now we're in a tough spot because there's no 1-and-1 anymore, so we're going to have to foul. We're already at the double bonus. One thing I've enjoyed, unexpected consequence with this double bonus, or with this 5-and-2, no 1-and-1s. Let's say we were in Sturgis's place right now. We have 2 fouls to give before we get to the shooting foul.
Sure.
You can get a whole lot more aggressive in this situation, trying to steal the ball, and it doesn't hurt you. You know, as it is now, we're going to send them to the free throw line for 2 shots every time we touch them. And
It's automatic, too.
it's an automatic too, and that changes the complexion of the game. I've always been a fan of the 1-and-1. I always like what it brings to the game. But I really do like the idea that if you can keep your fouls down and you're behind, you can make up the time by being ultra aggressive trying to get the ball.
Sure. And we're going to have to do that anyway.
Oh, no, now you don't have a choice.
And the referees are not calling it squeaky tight. So if we are active and can poke this ball, we can get a couple steals here. This is not out of range yet, out of reach.
Well, and
we're
like
gonna
you
have
said,
to be aggressive from the start.
we have no choice. Now it's as soon
when-
as they catch the ball, you got to be on them.
And when we possess the ball, we might want to set some double screens and just put up some threes. Get that ball now. Sturgis is spreading it out a bit. That's an offensive. I can't believe they didn't call that. He put his elbow in his chest, but we got the ball back.
Oh, nice play by Brennan. Nice
There we
nice
go.
pass.
Oh,
No good.
boy. What can
And
you do?
that right there is the story of our night.
Come on, guys. There we go. Take that. All right.
Nice pass.
Boy, that's unfortunate. We had 3 really nice cracks at the rim there. Good passing, good movement. We
And
just
it's
didn't
kind of
finish
summed
the
up
shot.
how we've played tonight. You know,
Yeah,
we've
so-
got the opportunities, just haven't been able to finish them.
Hands up.
Into Tate.
All right,
Gotta
guys,
go.
We got to move here. That's a good shot. Follow.
Brennan knocks one down.
5
Got to
points,
play.
53
Got to have the
seconds.
ball.
We got to get this inbound.
Got to have it. There it
we go.
is.
There we go.
Brennan scores.
Jump the inbounds again, boys. It's a 3-point
Pawpaw
game.
down 3. Ball
Get
is
that ball,
up
get
for
that ball. There we
grabs.
go.
Tate
Oh.
had it. Tate had it and let it get away. Got to get it now. No, Lemire with the try. Ball's across the court.
All right. 3-point lead.
Nice play by Tate. Tate's hurt. Tate's wrist is
His
really
wrist is
bothering him. He's not going to want to come out of this game.
Okay, we're down by 3, 29 seconds left. Sturgis has the ball.
Kalen's grabbing at that wrist.
So, Coach, what happens here?
I'll tell you, that is exactly what we're talking about, being ultra aggressive and not getting any calls down there. Sturgis panicked. You know, they've been in the spot here, and now if I'm in that huddle down there, I'm telling my kids exactly that. They are panicked. They are so worried right now about keeping the ball away from you that they are going to make a bad pass. Let's set them up, right? Let's make somebody look open and cut that passing lane, right? We don't need to foul for about 10 seconds here. Once we get under 20, you have to foul. We have no choice. But I think that a lot of coaches make the mistake of trying to foul right away early right now and just give them a free throw, right? Let's try to steal the ball for 5 to 10 seconds and then go after the foul.
We've had a couple threes from behind the arc. We've had a couple three-point plays with drives and dish. So if we hold them, we get this ball back in 10, 15 seconds. We tie this game up.
There's a TikToker that I follow that does a lot of survival camping. And his mantra when he's walking across snow is go slow to go fast, fast to go slow. Because the harder that you go, well, that's what we're talking about here. We've got 29 seconds. You do not have to go fast here. You have to go deliberate.
Yes. All right.
Don't need to foul right away, but they're going to. But that pass right there that came across there, that's the one that you got to go after.
Yeah, that entry pass, to be aggressive on the entry is a good time to do it.
And here's our number 11 that we've been talking about all night.
Yeah, probably not the first person you want on the line for Sturgis tonight.
Well, he seemed to come up with every big shot they've needed, except, he did too.
Got a shooter's roll on that free throw.
But again, we have plenty of time, but we've got to be urgent. 27.1 on the clock. 46-42 is the score. This will be for a 5-point lead. No good.
Hey, they finally.
And they're going to call Sturgis with the foul. That's 2 shots for Pawpaw.
That's a big call.
And that's 5 fouls on number 12, which is one of their good players.
Yeah, our player on the block had position, and Sturgis took a swipe at it and knocked him in the head with his elbow, quite frankly.
Well, and now Pawpaw gets an opportunity to get some points on the board without the clock moving.
Yes.
And
here we are. We got a 4-point game, 26.1 seconds.
And I am not going to say anything about these free throws because. Got a rebound. Nice rebound inside. Lemaire, no good. Aiden Weber batted that one out of bounds. Had our opportunities again, Paul. Still not out of this, but just 2 of those layups fall tonight. This is the panic moment for Sturgis. They're going to panic.
Got to stop progression.
No, don't go to the basket.
We need to foul that. Got to get a shot up.
Tate's got to hit this one. Nope, no good.
Got to go for that ball.
And that's the end of that. So the Pawpaw Red Wolves, they gave it a good effort, Paul. Just sometimes you feel like this just wasn't your night.
The shooting percentage was bad, and it was a little too much to overcome. But I'll tell you what, the attitude these boys had and the aggressiveness they showed going to the hoop there those last several minutes, they did not give up. They definitely had a chance to win this game.
Oh, absolutely. They were in this game the whole way, and this is a testament to the hard work that they're putting in. And in this, you're feeling that this is coming. This is starting to come together for the Pawpaw boys. I think we're going to be down the stretch a different team. I think teams are going to see us that have already seen us, and they're going to be a little bit surprised at what we bring into the gym.
Yeah.
So, well, Paul, thank you for coming up and helping out.
Yeah,
and
thanks for the invite.
next game we can plan on Friday nights. This is what I do. All right.
Very good.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.